Salvete omnes, this is the Martian Geek, and welcome back to another episode of Mega Man W. In the last episode, we beat Gladiator Man, and now let's do the only other stage that I've already seen here, Beam Man. Again, if I could remember the right button. Are you laughing at me, buddy? So from the name, you might have an idea what this stage is about. We have a lot of electric stuff, but beyond that, actually, did I? There's a 1-up right at the start of the stage. You might be suspicious of that, and you would have good reason to be. We have electric traps, and we have an electric-themed version of that weird wall enemy from Splash Woman's stage. We also have those turrets, which are pretty well camouflaged. And you saw the electric pushy, whatever they're called, enemies. So I don't think you can get up there with Rush Coil. Doesn't have to help that stupid turret enemy is in the way. Yeah, Rush can't go that high. Well, here's the main feature of the stage. Force beams. Yeah, it's one of those. I thought we'd left those in the past, but apparently not. Oh, I wanted that. I'm not sure if these enemies are supposed to... Oh yeah, their electric barriers actually push you rather than damaging you, which can actually be worse if there's a force beam or something nearby. You remind me of that one enemy in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the one with the hands that pushes stuff around. Anyway, Force Beam Room number 2. Run away! At least they're colorful. They're slightly more interesting than Quickman's Force Beams, I guess. Oh yeah, and if you think there might be something to the left, so you go to explore, then you don't have time to escape the Force Beams. Yeah. Aren't Force Beams just the best? And this stage is much, much longer than Quickman's 2. That said, at least it has more going on than Quickman. Like, Quickman is basically Force Beams. Oh, look! A couple of returning Sniper Joes. Oh, look, there's the boss. Like, this actually has some level design to it. So, sort of like if Quickman and Electman stages had a baby. Owie. Also, that's not really a very good introduction to the gimmick, I gotta say. Just dropping you in a room that if you don't react to it, you will die. Like, why wasn't this room first or something? I don't know. And it's not like it's close to a checkpoint. I mean, it's not that far from the beginning of the stage, but that's like a basic tenet of level design. You introduce your gimmick in a safe environment first. I mean, one could argue that force beams are never safe, but they could be safer in some contexts than others. Getting out of here. And time for the mid-boss. I don't think we've hit a checkpoint yet, so, watch it. Shoot the eyes. Get up there using these little gear platforms, even though the half of the gear that's in the wall kind of looks like like a little person or something. It's not a very difficult mid-boss. Just pay attention to which side the electric traps are active on, and the timing between the shots, and you should be fine. And the electric traps are still active after the boss is dead, so be wary of that. Finally, a checkpoint. Yeah, see, that would have been a safe place to introduce a force beam. Notably, those shots split into 8 instead of 6 like the Mega Man 9 version. Time this carefully. So you can actually stand on the turret enemies, and if you kill them, they go away, so to get that letter, you need to let him stay around for a while. I want that. And now we know how the gear platforms work from the mid-boss. So we can have him in other places. Force beam time. Kind of shortcut there with the slide. I think you can get through there without sliding. Yikes. Oh. Force beams. I don't have any extra lives either, notably. Okay, so you can stand on the electrop generators. Turret enemies. Owie. Let's take this one out first and then step on the platform. I'm gonna think about it. Does these gear platforms remind anyone else of Tinker Knight stage from Shovel Knight? Not again. I hate force beams. Well, we'll get back there. I was down 1 life coming into this stage anyway, so let's get a fresh set. Okay, that was just embarrassing. I'm just gonna do this a couple more times. Do not miss the dog. You will regret it. Actually, Rush can barely get you up there. And this hitbox for standing on platforms is not as big as it looks. I want it. I need it. There we go. Also, notably, you can't push L and R at the same time to reset to the Mega Buster. That is not a feature in this game. Okay, that enemy just despawned. It said, screw this, I'm out of here. Okay, Force Beam Ring 1. I suppose these could be considered an electric-themed version of UFO enemies from Mega Man 9. Maybe somebody just liked Mega Man 9. To be fair, it is one of the better games in the series, I think. Also, don't fall for the trap of trying to jump up there, for obvious reasons. Weapon energies are absolutely not worth getting. And tried to get greedy. I suppose you can kind of just alternate sides. I don't know if that's easier than staying on one side. Probably not. Whatever. You're not the threat in this stage. Okay, checkpoint 1. Why did it have to be force beams? You know, there's a reason why a lot of Mega Man fan games have made those not insta-kill you and instead constantly drain health, like Mega Man... which one was it? Super Fighting Robot? It was the one with Coleman, I remember. And Wizard Man. That was Super Fighting Robot, right? I remember that game had force beams in Wily Stage 3, and they just constantly drained your health, so... You know, you still don't want to get hit by them, but it's not like one mistake and you're dead. And I want to say at least some of the good Mega Man level contests did that too. Uh-oh. Like I said, force beams. To be fair, that one was my fault. But still, I would have preferred to have a full 3 or 4 lives for the boss. And enemies in this game do not seem too willing to drop 1-ups. Like, we've had one 1-up drop from a tiger in Gladiator Man stage. And I'm surprised we even got that. No Mega Man 5 style generous enemies here. You don't really have to let those go up the wall much. You can just kind of jump on them and then immediately keep going. So this is an interesting use of these enemies. Their electric field things can actually block force beams. I don't know if this ever comes up anywhere important, but it's good to know nevertheless. Okay. Is this the last force beam room? I forget. Kind of reminiscent of a particular room in Wily Stage 2 in Mega Man 9, except obviously that one didn't have force beams. Okay, that is the boss door. Why was the second force beam room the hardest? We get another 1-up. No free E-tanks in this one, but... yeah, at least we'll have 4 lives to deal with the Beam Man himself. Yeah, I realize that state wasn't as bad as it could have been, but still. You're going to destroy the city with your ruthless anger, Beam Man! I have to stop you! Is that what you say to all the robot masters that you destroy? Outright. I don't want to fight you, but this ends here. My power is unmatched! Be blinded by my brilliance as your journey ends here! Well, guess what? I have a charge shot now. Ow. Oh yeah, don't get caught by that, because it hurts. Ow. Not really sure how to dodge that either. You can slide under that attack, though. Now for that, it seems like you just want to be on the other side of it. When he splits and shoots the beam, I assume you're supposed to jump between the two parts of him when the beam is not active. But the timing is so exact that I'm not really sure how to do that consistently. He has a nasty habit of telefragging you during that attack, too. Yeah, see, like, I could not dodge that. I did not have an opportunity. And sometimes you slide the wrong way. And sometimes you end up on the wrong side of them. Yeah, see, there's, like, no time to react to that. Like, if the beam stayed off for just a little bit longer, that would be a little more fair. Fortunately, he's not shielded like Gladiator Man is, so it's easier to damage race him at least. Especially now that I have the charge shot. What is it with the bosses? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, so far, I like this game, but Mega Man Rock'n'Roll was better. It had better designs for bosses. Not in terms of graphics, but in terms of, like, figuring out how to deal with them. Like, they felt fairer. The two bosses I fought in this game felt like... I don't know, it just feels like it's not very obvious how to get around some of their attacks. You got Wrecking Beam. So, kind of a combination attack and air dash, and you can chain it. Like, as far as I know, you can chain it as much as you want. You go in 8 directions. I feel like this would be fun to play with and also good for speedrunning. I don't know, I don't really do much speedrunning, so I could be completely wrong in that, but I could imagine it being used to skip a lot of parts of levels. Anyway, what else can we buy in the shop? Welcome, Mega Man. Well, I do want the exit module, just in case. The CD locator, I'm not worried about that just yet. Energy balancer upgrade. And charge upgrade. I mean, I could get more power, but I feel like it wouldn't be very fair. At least not at this point in the game. I will, however, get that utility slot. Second utility slot, that is. Unfortunately, I cannot afford any of the other utilities, but I'll look at them. We have Rush Search. We have Life Seed. Plant a seed that gives you health, also deals damage. That should be interesting. I can't try it out yet, but I'm really curious about it. Rush Phase. Phase through the ground. Regular tiles only. Cannot be used during boss fights. Requires an ability slot. Also curious about it. Speed Boost. Run faster. Jump farther. Climb higher. Better, faster, stronger. Carry. Haven't seen that in a while. It was only in, what, like one official game? I want to say Mega Man 1 for the Game Boy. I know it was in at least one Game Boy game. Make a platform in the air to reach those hard-to-reach places. Requires an ability slot, so maybe that's how you get that one CD in Beam Man stage. Super Arrow. Also haven't seen in a while. As far as I know, no games had that other than Mega Man 5, so... yeah. Shoot and ride an arrow into a wall also deals damage. Beast Net. Catch enemies in nets to get their bestiary. Requires an ability slot. Also interesting. And SD. The Shachi drone. A diagonal dolphin will remain on screen after swapping weapons. Requires an ability slot. Lots of interesting stuff here. It looks like you can only have 2 ability slots, which is kind of cruel to give the player the option for 10 different utilities and only let them have 2 of them at a time, and have Rush, Coil, and Jet count toward those 2. Like, come on! You could have at least had, like, 4. But yeah, maybe the time after next, we'll get to try some of those out. For now, I'm just gonna save and head back to the stage select, and I will see you next time.